Ogun and Oya for another day to bask in the goodness of Onile's sacred earth. Every day given is very special, and here are a few details, cosmic details, pertaining to how. I'm Ayansa JT Muse, and this is your early rising or your evening settling mystic forecast. Ekule, I manifest this finds you well. I do pray to your Ori, to your ancestors, to your spirit guides, and all of those powerful magical forces that led you to here to this moment tonight. It is 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, and it's time for your nightly mystic forecast. I'm Ayansa J. Muse, the mother of the mothership, and the Black Madonna on the airwaves, bringing you the music, the mystics, and the mojo, right here on your Mars-ruled, Ogun venerated Tuesdaily mothership. I am broadcasting live from my YouTube channel, from my Facebook page, my mothership Facebook page, and from my Tuesdaily Facebook page as well. Oops, I'm on my Wednesdaily page on Instagram. Oops, I'm supposed to be on my Tuesdaily page. So let me X out of this and go on the right channel. It is day 2 of the week, and this is the day the Most High separated the sky from the sea. Yes, yes. No, it isn't. This is the day the land emerged from the water. I'm sorry, I'm still on Monday. And it makes sense because last night was a full buck moon, so we still riding off the fumes of that. If you are listening from 222.9 the mothership's airwaves, then you hear the sounds of Cool in the Gang, Summer Madness. And oh yes, the summer is madness. This heat ain't no joke. Especially if you out down here where I'm at, the deep south USA, I'll tell you the truth. Whew. But you can make a great thing out of anything, including this summer heat. I would suggest that you take a few minutes outside, just a few minutes when the sun is hot, real hot. Take you some water out there to hydrate and sit outside and sweat it out for a few minutes. You know, Mother Nature is giving us a free sauna with this heat. Okay, I can't hold it. Can't contain my excitement. I have something really exciting to share with you all that I've been working on for a while, having been a priestess and a psychic advisor and all of those things for the last 9 years. I've come up with something finally where I can help people spiritually master and take care of themselves. Take a look. You got to check this out. All this spiritual stuff. You need somebody to just make it plain. Are you trying to divinely align? Are you a starseed? Are you too busy building the kingdom, building the queendom to come for all the madness going on in the world today? Methods of emotional healing? Are you taking your first steps down your spiritual path? Want a more practical understanding of the Orisha? Do animals seem to communicate with you? Do you need to sort out some things about love? Do you see numbers? Spiritual signs? Need somebody to just make it plain? Does your love for esoteric wisdom coin you a student of life? Do you like wisdom in poetic bars? Are you ready to debunk the spookism behind ancestor veneration? Want to learn how to make medicine? Want to learn about different tools of divination? Tantric spiritual sex secrets? Ways to utilize each and every moon? Do you walk the road less traveled? Are you considered strange by society? Are you discovering your spiritual gifts? Do you want to taste the power of words through incantation? Do you want to get into some unorthodox Bible teachings? Do you dream often? Do you long to explore the secrets of the earth's endless mysteries? Do you study the stars? Do you need tips on building good character? Do you want to know more about how to interpret dreams? Do you love some good literature? Need somebody to just make it plain? Then indulge in the art. Indulge in the art. And indulge in the art. Indulge in the art. And indulge in the art. Indulge in the art. The art of spirituality in Ayansa J. Muse's Orbit. Ayansa J. Muse's Orbit is a monthly subscription service that features free and exclusive content dedicated to your versatile, well-rounded, deeper understanding of spirituality. It comes from all angles, teaches all kinds of lessons, and it cooks like a gumbo, a whole bunch of different spiritual ingredients and one spiritually flavorful soup. And let that soup feed your soul and enhance your highest spiritual life. It even features an opportunity to have a one-on-one counseling session with yours truly. So don't get left behind. Get beamed up to the orbit. All proceeds go to 222.9 The Mothership, Mystic Internet Radio. Sign up for the 222.9 The Mothership Internet Radio email list to stay in the exclusive loop of what's going on in the orbit. Ashe. In Iyansa J. Muse's orbit. High-level spiritual wisdom. Fully flavored with no holds barred. And we're back. In case you're just now joining us, I'm Iyansa J. Muse, and you are having your nightly mystic forecast, where we recap the energies of today to prepare energetically for tomorrow. As in every 4 minutes, the heavens switch positions, so we tend to do what we can to keep up a little bit to energetically align. It is Tuesday, ruled by the planet Mars. So, people born under the sign of Aries and under the sign of Scorpio, this is your turn up day of the week. So, let that emotion drop the E and just leave emotion as you spring into action. If you set your intentions last night on positivity, then today would bring a time to put that positivity into forward movement. Action is Ogun's middle name, as Mars is the war planet. Orisha, Ogun is the god of war, or the Orisha of war, the father of civilization, he who owns all the tools, all the mastery, father of civilization, opening of all the roads, owning of all the roads, and all those things in between. So, may Ogun open the roads to all blockages for all of you, as he has for me. This is a good day to pay a visit to the railroad if you're nearby one, so that you can leave a little something and give Ogun thanks for keeping you safe, for having your technology, and all of those things in between. So, what's so special about this Tuesday? Well, the 4th of July came on Mars Day. You know, it's funny when people wish me that happy holiday. Happy 4th of July. That was nothing our ancestors had to be happy about, because when the 4th of July came, our ancestors had yet to gain their independence. So I take it in stride, but I still call this holiday the 4th of July for that reason, because my ancestors were not free on this day. So Mars takes over the 4th of July, and the day vibrates on a 9. Hey, that rhymes. Oya carries the number 9 in the Orisha tradition, and in the pantheon, Oya is Ogun's wife. So, on Ogun's ruling day, he dances with his wife Oya on the 4th of July. So, that doesn't mean that it still can't be an Independence Day. So, what did you gain some independence from? Me? I gained my independence from worry today. Just sharing. It's the second Tuesday of Zodiac House 4 crab season, summer solstice, and Ogun opens the roads where Oya's wind clears the debris. So, if you haven't done a prayer or a manifestation or anything based on the strengths of today's energy, you still got 2 hours and some change to get that done. Ashe. We're coming off the funk of last night's full buck moon, which brings a lot of changes because it came in Capricorn, which is Cancer season's opposite. And it was a super moon. So that brings a lot of new energy into play, especially in the area of changes. But tonight, the moon is beginning to wane, waning in the house of Aquarius. So use tonight's moon to banish all that challenges your inner knowing. Allow yourself to release everything that's keeping you from the intentions that you set on last night's moon. Inner knowing and external knowing are two different things. And Aquarius represents that intuitive knowing, that knowing without having to study, that knowing without the needing of physical evidence. That's why there are two planets on rule for Aquarius, and that's Saturn and Uranus. Saturn, planet of divine justice. Uranus, planet of intuition. Ah, there it is, intuition. I'm going to let you marinate on that for a minute. I'm going to take a quick break. And when I come back, we're going to talk about more of the quasars on the forecast on 222.9 The Mothership, your mystic haven on the airwaves. Make sure you tune in every Tuesday and don't touch that dial because that Tuesday on the Mothership Internet Radio brings the Divine Father's Groove. Check it out. Green vegetations, plant magic, Ibashe Ogun, Ibashe Onile, Ibashe Ochosi, heart chakra, jazz, voices of the fathers, Mars. Welcome to Tuesdays on the Mothership, 222.9. Beam up. I painted this one green for you. Listen. Ojo es segun noonday Tuesday, the sun is high, lush. But concrete city life has Mars in overdrive. I bring the elixir, the medicine, the poultice, from equinox to solstice, viridescent like the essence of the heart's house, you'll notice. A cool breeze for green firestones, parados, relaxing the heart of my clearing. So here you go. Sip with delight. And I answer J. Muse, short poem. And we're back. In case you're just now joining us, I'm Ayansa J. Muse, bringing you your nightly mystic forecast on the 4th of July. It is July 4th, 2023. The day vibrates on a 9, Ibashe Oya. And if you were born on today, although you were not at all demonstrative, you love deeply and wholeheartedly. You have a strong and overpowering personality and generally rule by force of will. Cautious and careful, you select your words with care and mean what you say. You make many friends and very few enemies. So happy solar return to any and all people who were born on this day. And those of you that are in the other 11 houses, make sure you give your zodiac house 4 crab people some extra love during their season to turn up. And while you at it, learn about that crabby energy in you, because you know 4th house and the moon and can the sign of Cancer show up in your astro chart. Find out where and how to plug it in. And if you need some help with that, Mama's definitely got a reading for it. Just pick the link off the fruit tree and take a bite, honey. We are in the second decan of Zodiac House 4 crab season with the sub-ruler in Scorpio. So if you were born between the 2nd and the 12th of July, you are actually half Cancer, half Scorpio. Now we all know still waters run deep, so there's a sub-ruler for you. And Mars and Pluto. Ashe, Ashe. In the Kemetic ways of the stars, we are still in the season of Anubis. And in the African way of the stars, we are in the season of the ancestors. Ashe. The 3 planets that are in retrograde tonight are still Neptune, still Saturn, and still Pluto. With these planets in retrograde, we want to give Tauruses, Pisces, Scorpios, Aquariuses, and Capricorns a little extra room to breathe because their planetary ruler is moving backwards. So with Neptune in retrograde, divine compassion tends to go cold. So know the difference between being intolerable, being inhuman, and casting your pearls to swine. We will be in Neptune retrograde until December 6th, and we went in on June the 30th. So be mindful of delusionism, stay grounded, avoid those vices, reassess your dreams, and make sure you stay connected with those who keep you grounded. Because this is a powerful Neptune retrograde because Neptune is in its most powerful house, and that's zodiac house 12. And that's the sign of Pisces, and it's retrograding in its own strongest house. So that's going to affect all of us, but most of all, people who are Pisces. So, also, the trickster planet of Saturn is in retrograde. That's a trickster planet of karma, discipline, power, carnal balance, and from the 16th of June to November 4th. And guess what? Saturn is in Pisces too. So, this is where we go deeper into those deeper life lessons. Embrace those inner crossroads that you avoid. Keep your priorities in check. Express yourself deeply. Master your spiritual discipline and learn the rewards and reap them because there are rewards for self mastery. Pluto is in retrograde. When in May 1st, will come out on October 11th, and this one's the subtle of retrograde. So Scorpios may act a little subtly strange, but it'll be just enough to notice a difference in their energy. Embrace the inner transformations. Close old chapters in your life. End old relationships. Stop rehashing the past. Let all that go so that you can regenerate yourself and go into a new version of you. I am Mayansa J. Muse, and this is your nightly mystic forecast. And when we come back, I'm going to do your nightly tarot draw. Ashe. Greens. Ayansa's Gourd Bottle Art. Greens. Personalized poultices in the forms of oils and baths. The Mars Collection. Kemetic Tarot Readings. Other handmade mystic oddities. Greens. Earth Tone Inspired Healing Stone Jewel Mars Collection. Peridot Poultice. Blog articles. And online courses. It's all inside the Mothership Mystic Boutique. The Mars Collection.
I'm gonna give it up to the Baba now. Baba Lafia, Gaidi on percussions.
Alafia. This is Baba Ifalade, Alafia Gaidi, aka Okorum, talking to you from the 222.9, the mothership. I'll be sharing the secrets of farming in cooperation with nature herself in my show, African Alternative Agriculture.
Tutuori Egun, Tutuori Egun, Tutuori Egun, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe ho. One of the greatest ways to honor our ancestors is to simply remember them, to embed their legacy in the forefronts of our minds, to engrave their names on our hearts while feeding our children the alkalinity of their wisdom, to learn from their mistakes while continuing to lay the bricks on the roads they have paved for us. With that said, join me at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time to celebrate, explore cosmic insight, and highlight the endless achievements of our ancestors who spent their lives doing remarkable things and making remarkable contributions to humanity. In gratitude, we pour libations over the airwaves. 222.9, the mothership. Beam up. Shh. Quiet. Calm. We're in the stacks. The books. The library. The books are but an evolved version of the woods because, like the trees, they hold much wisdom, only this time in printed form. Reading is good for your spirit and your mind, so let's take a literary journey. One book at a time. Let's explore. Yes, oh yes, the mothership has a built-in library that I like to call the Stacks. Welcome. And we're back. So, in case you're just now joining us, I'm Ayansa J. Muse, and this is your nightly mystic forecast. So, what showed up for the 4th of July? The mistress of the scepter. Now, scepters represent conductors, wands, tools for channeling energy from the heavens and bringing them down on earth. And this read is coming from my Comedic Tarot deck, the tarot deck I like to use on Tuesdays, kind of making sure I get the most of each collection. And let me show it to the Instagrammers, Mistress of the Scepters. And what this represents is women being able to open powerful doors in your life. So make sure you are in tune with the feminine energy in your world. Make sure you're in good balances with all the women in your life. And you may just come across a woman in a very high place that will be able to help you succeed and succeed with integrity. So be mindful and open to receive assistance from the Divine Mother energy. You may not succeed if you don't, because the Mother energy births all there is. Simple as that. So allow the feminine essence of you to have its conductor, bringing its wand. And with the wand, the energy is channeled from the heaven and down into earth. So this is a card that brings us a message to bond deeper with the divine feminine energy. And that will serve you well. Why? Because the mothers birth it all. Nothing, no civilization has ever survived or stood without the blessing of the woman. I'm Ayansa J. Muse, and this is your nightly mystic forecast. When I come back, we're going to give an overview of what's to come for Wednesday. Ashe. Did you enjoy the work and greenery wisdom of the Paradopotis? Well, I hope you did, because now it's time to take to the skies on my Wednesdaily blog, the Malbec Planetarium. That's www.poeticallymuse.org/Malbec Planetarium. That's POETICALLY/MALBECPlanetarium. Bet you won't join me there tomorrow to learn a few secrets of the quasars. Ashe. That was a short break, wasn't it? So, before the break, we recapped all the energies of Tuesday, and now it's time to talk about what Wednesday has to offer. And that's going to be the 5th. The 5th brings in the daily numerology of 1, and 1 is new beginnings. Oya is already stirred up today on the numerology 9, shifting into her ruling day, Wednesday. The week's climax ruled by Mercury and a higher octave of Uranus. It's the second Wednesday of crab season and summer solstice. Tomorrow night, the moon will still be waning in Aquarius, only it will have an overhead of Mercury in Uranus as opposed to an overhead of Mars energy. Sort clearly through your inner knowing apart from how you've been told to feel. And new beginnings start deep within. Everything external is a result of what's been going on internally, if that makes sense. So for tomorrow, after the 4th of July, second day after the full buck moon, separate that. Declare your personal independence. What do you need to declare independence from? Here's something to think about. And Wednesday, we'll have Oya ruling as the daily Orisha, and she will bring all the changes you need if you would but ask. So tomorrow would be a good day to visit a cemetery or a library or the woods. But we'll talk about more about that in my subscription site that's going to be launching this Leo season, where I will be having some really interesting all this spiritual stuff. How to take care of yourself spiritually. I'm Ayansa J Muse, and this is your nightly mystic forecast. I'm gonna run this spot again, honey. All this spiritual stuff. You need somebody to just make it plain. Are you trying to divinely align? Are you a starseed? Are you too busy building the kingdom, building the queendom to come for all the madness going on in the world today? Methods of emotional healing. Are you taking your first steps down your spiritual path? Want a more practical understanding of the Orisha? Do animals seem to communicate with you? Do you need to sort out some things about love? Do you see numbers? Spiritual signs? Need somebody to just make it plain? Does your love for esoteric wisdom coin you a student of life? Do you like wisdom in poetic bars? Are you ready to debunk the spookism behind ancestor veneration? Want to learn how to make medicine? Want to learn about different tools of divination? Tantric spiritual sex secrets? Ways to utilize each and every moon? Do you walk the road less traveled? Are you considered strange by society? Are you discovering your spiritual gifts? Do you want to taste the power of words through incantation? Do you want to get into some unorthodox Bible teachings? Do you dream often? Do you long to explore the secrets of the earth's endless mysteries? Do you study the stars? Do you need tips on building good character? Do you want to know more about how to interpret dreams? Do you love some good literature? Need somebody to just make it plain? Then indulge in the art. Indulge in the art. And indulge in the art. Indulge in the art. And indulge in the art. Indulge in the art. The art of spirituality in Ayansa J Muse's Orbit. Ayansa J Muse's Orbit is a monthly subscription service that features free and exclusive content dedicated to your versatile, well-rounded, deeper understanding of spirituality. It comes from all angles, teaches all kinds of lessons, and it cooks like a gumbo, a whole bunch of different spiritual ingredients and one spiritually flavorful soup. And let that soup feed your soul and enhance your highest spiritual life. It even features an opportunity to have a one-on-one counseling session with yours truly. So, don't get left behind. Get beamed up to the orbit. All proceeds go to 222.9 The Mothership, Mystic Internet Radio. Sign up for the 222.9 The Mothership Internet Radio email list to stay in the exclusive loop of what's going on in the orbit. Ashe. In Ayansa J Muse's Orbit. High-level spiritual wisdom. Fully flavored with no holds barred. And we're back. So thank you for joining me for tonight's forecast. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got some things out of it that can help enhance your spiritual being in all walks of life. Stay tuned, because in 30 more minutes when the clock strikes 10, we're going to get into my nightly visions of what love looks like. 2 hours of slow jams to wind down your evening, right before we get into your third eye chakra healing when the clock strikes 12. I'm Ayansa J Muse, and this has been your nightly mystic forecast. If you beam up right now, you're going to get a double scoop of Gregory Porter with Holding On, and it's probably me. Beam up. The link tree is in the chat section. Those of you that are watching on Instagram, the link section is in the bio, and I got a lot of fruits on my link tree. So whether it's art, books, or reading, pick your apple and take a bite, honey. And remember, the sky is big enough for us all to be stars. And in the words of George Clinton, free your mind and your ass will follow. I'm Ayansa J Muse, and this has been your nightly mystic forecast. Thank you, and good night.
Every day is special. Why not find out mystically how? This is the forecast on your Mystic Music Haven on the airwaves, 222.9 the mothership. Beam up.